Back July marks the start of cherry season, and several West Michigan farms started their U-Picks this past weekend. And if you want to celebrate the start of the season and you just don't want to have to go all the way up north, you can enjoy some cherry festivities right here in West Michigan. 13 on your side's Aaron Sullivan joining us live from Robinette's, where they're hosting their annual Cherry Fest. Aaron, this sounds so cool. I know that you are a big fan of Robinette, so tell us all about what they're doing with the cherries this year.
Good morning, Tanner. Yeah, big fan, especially because it's right in our backyard here. And like you said, we don't have to travel all the way up north just to enjoy cherries that are grown right in our backyard. But I am here with Alan at Robinette. Good morning. Thank you so much for joining us. I know we were just inside kind of taking a look at the donuts and all the process of, making the sweets before everyone arrives. But now we're here in the cherries, and I've got to say, they look gorgeous.
Thank you.
So tell me a little bit about what you guys are offering this year for U-Pick.
Yeah, so we're in the middle of our U-Pick season right now. So we've got fresh U-Pick cherries. We've got cherry apple slush. We've got cherry hand pies, cherry pie, cherry ice cream, a little bit of everything to highlight our first fruit of the year.
Nice. And so I've got to say, we were here earlier for the morning show and it was so dark out, but now that the sun is up, how many acres are we in? Because this is pretty expansive.
Yeah, so total we have a little over 6 acres of sweet cherries. This is probably about 2 right here. But yeah, it's big enough for us, and probably our cherries make up a third of our usable acreage here.
Nice. And so these are sweet cherries, right?
Yes. So we've got several different varieties of sweet cherries here. So they ripen at a little bit different times. Some are different than others. Like these ones aren't quite as big as the next row over.
Right.
But they've all got a slightly different flavor. But I always tell people, try it as you're picking, and if you don't like the tree, move on to the next one.
Yeah, and we had one earlier, and they're very delicious. But you also mentioned there's some sections for tart cherries, right?
Yes, yeah, so we've got tart cherries. If you like making pies or jams or preserves or something like that, we've got that. Montmorency cherries is the kind we have. That's the kind everyone knows and loves for tart cherries.
Nice. So this started at 8 a.m. today, and that's what time it goes till, right? 8 a.m. to 8 p.m., correct?
Yes.
Perfect. So for people who are coming out today, kind of walk me through some tips and tricks on how they can pick the perfect cherry. And then I know I'm going to take a look at some of the cherries we have behind here and make sure I'm following your advice.
Yeah, so I always tell people, just look for a nice dark one. Those are the sweetest. As they get more ripe, they'll get more dark. So, and really, it's, we charge by the pound. So picking the best ones that you think taste good and look good.
This looks pretty nice.
Yeah.
Nice and dark.
So some people like to leave the stem on. If that'll help with longevity in the fridge. I usually leave the stem off because I eat them too quickly.
So I've got to say, you have slushies, you have all of these different desserts. What is your favorite thing, cherry flavored, that you can buy here?
Oh, right now it's probably our cherry donuts. So we've got cherry donuts with icing and streusel crumbs on it. That's probably my favorite right now.
I've got to say, we were talking about this earlier. The photos on Facebook, I mean, you cut the donuts in half and it's just red and pink. It's so beautiful, and I'm sure they're absolutely fantastic. They smelled really good because they were just making them inside. But I'm curious, speaking of Facebook, a lot of people were commenting. They want to know how long this is going on for.
Yeah, so we've got a lot of cherries, but we've also got a lot of people showing up to pick. So I'm hopeful we'll go through the end of the week and hopefully beyond, but it depends on what the weather does to us and how many people come to pick. So today and tomorrow we're here 8 to 8. Friday on the 4th of July will be 8 to 1.
Okay.
Saturday is 8 to 5, and we'll have to keep an eye on our Facebook, Instagram, and website at robinettes.com to keep an eye on what might come next.
I do want to touch on that too, because up north, I know a lot of people, were impacted by hail and ice and so many things. But here, you said crops are doing pretty good.
Yeah, we threaded the needle when it came to weather. So we came through unscathed, and we're very blessed with that. So we've got a lot of cherries. But I would say, don't wait to come out. We've, it'll be gone before you know it.
Awesome. And so in addition to that, I know you said you've got other things going on this summer.
Sure.
Peaches, right?
Yes. So we don't do U-Pick for peaches, but those will be coming end of July, and our first apple varieties will be here in a few weeks. So this really kicks us off. We'll have a few apricots, not many, but we're really excited. That's why we're so excited about cherry season. It's really the start of things for us here.
Yeah, and so in addition to that, just because we have the time, I know you have ciders too. So you have a cherry cider, correct?
We do.
Okay.
So right now, during our Cherry Fest, we're offering 30% off on bottles of apple cherry hard cider.
Nice.
We've got it in cans as well. That's brand new. And we've got a strawberry basil cider. Well, we might have run out of that by now,
Mhm.
but and a pineapple citrus hard cider as well in cans.
I was gonna say, we covered that back in the spring, and now that it's summer, I mean, just crack open a can while
Yeah,
you're on the pool floaty. I mean, that sounds perfect for the 4th of July weekend.
yeah, it's excellent.
Awesome. So speaking of the 4th, you're open on the 4th of July, correct?
Yes, so we'll be closed in the buildings, but for cherry picking, we'll be open 8 to 1.
Okay, cool. Are there any other details that you want people to know at home before they, join you guys here for You Pick?
Yeah, we've got lots right now, but again, I would say don't wait to come out. Don't wait till next week because I can't promise that we'll have them. We've
Mhm.
got a lot of people showing up in a strong showing, so we've been very blessed with customers that love to come pick.
Awesome. Well, Alan, thank you again. Always being willing to wake up so early with us and also extending into our streaming. We always appreciate that.
Mhm.
For everyone at home, you can visit our website, 13onyourside.com. We're going to have more information of what Alan talked about, how to pick a good cherry, what to expect here at Robinette's, and much more. But for now, in Plainfield Township, I'm Erin Sullivan, 13 on your side.